So students, our today's topic is ways of expressing precision. Now, yesterday I had told you that precision is expressed in terms of deviation. Now, there are different ways of expressing deviation. So, I can say that precision can be expressed in terms of deviation, and deviation further can be of different types. So, first one is average deviation, as you can see on the screen. First one I have written is average deviation. Second one is average deviation of the mean. Third one is relative average deviation. It is also written as RAD in short form. Next is fourth one is standard deviation or root mean square deviation. Fifth one is variance or also known as variation, and sixth one is coefficient of variance or coefficient of variation. So first I am coming to the average deviation. What is average deviation? जैसे आपको नाम से पता चल रहा है, डेविएशन है हमारे पास, पर जितनी भी डेविएशन है उनकी एवरेज है, मतलब जो इंडिविजुअल वैल्यूज़ हैं उनकी मीन वैल्यू से कितनी डेविएशन है उसका एवरेज है ये, दैट इज नोन एज एवरेज डेविएशन. सो एवरेज डेविएशन is, you can see I have written this in red. Average deviation is defined as the average of individual deviations of all values from the mean values. Now you can see here I would tell you how to represent average deviation later on, but first of all I am going to tell you the ways of expressing or ways of determining average deviation. So first of all, suppose we are having large number of values, then first step to find out average deviation is to find mean or average of all values. I have written it in subheading capital A. So first of all, what we will do, we will find the mean or average of all values. Then second is to find the distance of each value from the mean value after subtracting mean value from each value, and in this you have to remember one thing, that you have to ignore minus sign. And third or last step is find the mean of those distances. This will be more clear to you by taking an example that I will explain later or in the later half of this heading. So first of all, we are having x1, x2, x3 and xn set of values for n measurements. Now if we are having these different values, then their average value or mean value can be given by, I had told you yesterday that average value or mean value is represented by x bar. So average value here can be written as, I have shown this in screenshot, x bar is equal to sum of x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on up to xn divided by their number, so divided by n. So this is average, and I can write it as summation of xi from I is equal to 1 to n divided by number of measurements n. So this is mean value or mean. Now we have determined the mean, but now we have to determine the individual deviations. Now the individual deviations are given by, as we are having individual deviations as represented by x1, x2, x3 so on up to xn, and average value or mean value is x bar. So I can write average individual deviation will be x1 minus x bar. Here x1 is first value and x bar is average value. So x1 minus x bar is individual deviation for first value. Similarly, x2 minus x bar is the individual deviation for second value, and x3 minus x bar is the individual deviation for third value, and xn minus x bar is individual deviation for nth value. So now if I want to write average deviation, I have determined individual deviations for individual values x1, x2, x3, so on up to xn. Now what I have to do? I have to divide these individual deviations by total number of measurements. So average deviation will be equal to the sum of individual deviations divided by their number, or I can say number of values. So average deviation, I have written in red, is equal to x1 minus x bar plus x2 minus x bar, so on up to xn minus x bar. So taking summation of this, I can write summation of xi minus x bar from I is equal to 1 to n divided by n. So this is formula for average deviation. Now this will be more clear to you by taking an example. Let we are having the mean deviation of 3, 6, 7, 8, 11, 15, 16. Suppose we are having different values 3, 6, 7, 8, 11, 15 and 16. Now in order to determine the average deviation of these values, what you will have to do? You will have to take the sum of all these values, so to find their mean. So mean would be equal to the sum of 3 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 11 plus 15 plus 16. This comes out to be equal to 72, and these values are total 8 in number. So mean would be equal to 72 divided by 8 equal to 9. So we have determined the mean, or I can say mean value. So mean value in this case is 9. Now I told you that second step in determining the average deviation is to find the distance of each value from the mean. So you can say first value in this, you can see in this table, first value was 3, second was 6, third was 6, 7, 8 and so on up to 16, and distance from 9. Now please note here that the distance of 3 from 9 is 6, and distance of 6 from 9 is 3. So in this table I have shown the distance of each value from mean value, that is 9. So column 1 is showing the individual value, and column 2 in this picture is showing the distance of each value from mean value 9. But please here note that while determining the distance of individual value from the mean value, we need not to consider the signs. Whether it is in plus side or minus sign, we will simply write it in terms of magnitude. We will ignore the sign. For example, you can see if I concentrate on first value 3, so it is 6 distance away from 9. But if I consider 11, then I can say that it is coming out to be minus 2. But in this case you will not write it as minus 2, you will write it as 2. You will ignore minus sign. Similarly 15 is 6 distance away from the 9, and 16 7 distance away from the 9. So you are having mean value 9, and now you have calculated individual deviations of each value from mean value. So individual deviation for each value comes out to be equal to 6, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 6, 7. Now what you have to do? I told you average deviation is mean of individual deviations from mean value. So we are having deviations 6, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 6, 7. So I have to take their mean. So mean deviation would be equal to 6 plus 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 7. And how many deviations are there? There are 8. So sum of these is 30 and number of deviations or values are 8. So 30 divided by 8 comes out to be equal to 3.75. So we can say that mean deviation or average deviation in this case will come out to be equal to 3.75. So in this case, to conclude, mean comes out to be equal to 9 and mean deviation comes out to be equal to 3.75. Next term is average deviation of the mean. What is next term? Average deviation of the mean. Now, what is the meaning of average deviation of the mean? Average deviation of the mean is defined as the ratio of the average deviation to the square root of number of measurements. I have highlighted this in red and I am selecting the text also. Average deviation of the mean is defined as the ratio of the average deviation to the square root of the number of measurements. For example, if we are having n number of measurements, then average deviation of the mean is given by average deviation divided by square root of number of measurements. So average deviation of the mean would be equal to average deviation divided by square root of or under root of n. This is the way of expressing average deviation of the mean. मतलब आपको average deviation को express करना है in terms of mean. So what you will do? You will divide by that by number of values n, but you have to take square in this case. So writing it in terms of average deviation, I told you in the previous case average deviation we calculated that was equal to summation of xi minus x bar from I is equal to 1 to n divided by n, that was average deviation. Now if you want to write average deviation of the mean, then you will simply divide average deviation by under root n. So average deviation of the mean comes out to be equal to summation of xi minus x bar from I is equal to 1 to n divided by n and whole divided by under root n. Now taking an example, for example, if average deviation for 6 measurements is 0.02, suppose we are having an example in which average deviation for 6 measurements is 0.02, then average deviation of the mean will be equal to, अब आपको पता है कि एवरेज डेविएशन मेरे पास दी है 0.02, सो हमें एवरेज ऊपर की नॉमिनेटर न्यूमरेटर की टर्म पता है and number of measurements are 6. So what you will do? You will divide average deviation, that is 0.002 divided by under root 6. Is it clear? So under root 6 comes out to be equal to 2.449. So average deviation would be equal to average deviation of the mean would be equal to 0.02 divided by 2.449, and this comes out to be equal to 0.00816, and I can write this as 8.16 into 10 raised to power minus 3. This is the average deviation of the mean. Next, I am coming to third term, that is relative average deviation. So you can see the definition I have written on the screen. Relative average deviation. Relative का मतलब है with respect to something. So relative here means, as the name is suggesting, relative average deviation means you are expressing average deviation with respect to the mean. What is the meaning of relative here? Means you are expressing average deviation with respect to the mean. So relative average deviation is defined as the ratio of average deviation to the mean value, or I can say average value. So relative average deviation can be expressed in 3 ways. Now relative average deviation, I told you that it is the ratio of average deviation divided by mean. Now this ratio can be expressed in terms of percentage, that is parts per 100, or you can express it in terms of parts per 1000, or you can also express it in terms of parts per million. What you have to simply do for writing relative average deviation, if you wish to write relative average deviation in terms of parts per 100 or percentage, then I can write relative average deviation, which is written as RAD or percentage here means I am representing relative average deviation in terms of percentage. So I will write relative average deviation will be equal to average deviation divided by mean value. This is relative average deviation. I told you that when average deviation expressed with respect to mean value, then it becomes relative average deviation. But now I am writing relative average deviation in terms of percentage. So you will express average deviation as percentage of mean value. So relative average deviation in terms of percentage would be equal to average deviation divided by mean value into 100. Now writing it in terms of x1 or x bar terms, so you can see on the screenshot, relative average deviation in percentage is equal to summation of xi minus x bar. This is deviation, and if I divide it by n, so it will become xi minus x bar summation I is equal to from 1 to n divided by n. This becomes average deviation, and dividing it by mean value. Mean value or average value is given by x bar, so that becomes relative average deviation. Now if we want to express it in terms of percentage, then we will multiply it by 100. So relative average deviation in terms of percentage will be equal to summation of xi minus x bar from I is equal to 1 to n divided by n whole divided by x bar into 100. Now if I wish to write relative average deviation in terms of parts per thousand, then I will write RAD, that is relative average deviation, and parts per thousand can be written as PPT. So RAT in terms of PPT, relative average deviation in terms of parts per thousand, will be equal to the average deviation divided by mean value multiplied by 1000. You can see in this case, when I expressed earlier it in terms of percentage, then I multiplied this ratio of average deviation and mean value by 100. Now if I am expressing it as parts per thousand, then I will multiply it by 1000. This is the only difference in case of the relative average deviation in terms of parts per thousand. So if I wish to write it in terms of xi and x bar, then I can write, you can see on the screen or on the screenshot, relative average deviation in terms of parts per thousand will be equal to summation of xi minus x bar from I is equal to 1 to n divided by n. This is average deviation, and this whole divided by x bar, which is mean value. So instead of multiplying by 100, I will multiply it by 1000. So this is relative average deviation in terms of parts per thousand. Next is relative average deviation in terms of parts per million. So this is again similar to the previous one. I will write it as RAD in brackets ppm. RAD in ppm means relative average deviation in terms of parts per million. So if parts per million, you know, million is 1 million is 10 lakhs. So 10 lakhs mean 10 raised to power 6. So if I wish to write relative average deviation in terms of parts per million, then I will write it as average deviation divided by mean value and multiplied by 10 raised to power 6. And again writing this in terms of xi and x bar. So relative average deviation in parts per million would be equal to this, you can see on the screenshot. So summation xi minus x bar from I is equal to 1 to n divided by n. This is average deviation, and whole divided by x bar, which is average or mean value, and this multiplied by 10 raised to power 6. This is relative average deviation in parts per million, and this would be more clear to you by taking an example. For example, if the average value of a measurement is 9.98 ml and average deviation is 0.02. So what you know in this case? Average deviation, the numerator factor is known with you, that is 0.002, and denominator factor, that is average value or mean value, x bar, is also known to you. This is 9.98. So relative average deviation would be equal to 0.02 divided by 9.98. So this comes out to be equal to 2 into 10 raised to power minus 3. So now I told you that I can express relative average deviation in terms of percentage, in terms of parts per thousand, as well as parts per million. So relative average deviation comes out with me is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Now if I wish to write it in terms of percentage, then I will multiply 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 by 100. So if I multiply this by 100, so 10 to the power 2 will cancel 2 powers of 10 to the power minus 3. So I will be left with 2 into 10 to the power minus 1, and 2 into 10 to the power minus 1 will be equal to 2 by 10, or that comes out to be equal to 0.02%. Now if I wish to write relative average deviation in terms of parts per thousand, then I will multiply this relative average deviation, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 by 1000. So 10 to the power minus 3 will cancel out with 1000, that is with plus 10 to the power 3 powers. So we will be left only with 2 ppt. So relative average deviation in terms of parts per thousand will be equal to 2 ppt. Now if I wish to write this in terms of parts per million, then I will simply multiply this relative average deviation by 10 to the power 6. So 2 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 10 to the power 6. So 10 to the power 6 minus 10 to the power 3, we will be left with 10 to the power 3. So we are left with 2 into 10 to the power 3 ppm. This is the value of relative average deviation in parts per million. Next is standard deviation or root mean square deviation. So what is standard deviation? Standard deviation is defined as the, now first before defining standard deviation, I will show you the formula of standard deviation. Standard deviation is written by represented by small s. So you can see in this formula I have written standard deviation s is equal to, this is, please focus on the screenshot. I have written s is equal to under root of x1 minus x bar raised to power 2 plus x2 minus x bar raised to power 2, and so on up to xn minus x bar raised to power 2, and this whole divided by n. So if I convert this formula in terms of language, then how will I say? अब सबसे पहले इसमें क्या है, सबसे पहले अंडर रूट का साइन है और स्क्वायर रूट कह सकता हूँ मैं, फिर उसके बाद पूरी टर्म को डिवाइड किया है, उसके बाद डिवाइड पर किस चीज़ को किया है, हमने डिवाइड किया है एक्स आई माइनस एक्स वन माइनस एक्स बार. तो एक्स वन माइनस एक्स बार क्या हुआ, डेविएशन, और डेविएशन का क्या किया, स्क्वायर. तो हर वैल्यू की डेविएशन का स्क्वायर लिया है, उसका मीन लिया है, और उस मीन का फिर हमने स्क्वायर रूट लिया है. सो दैट इज नोन एज स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन. सो नाउ आई एम कमिंग बैक टू द डेफिनेशन ऑफ standard deviation. So what is the definition of standard deviation? Standard deviation is defined as the square root of the mean of the square of deviations of individual values from the mean value. Is it clear what I am saying? I told you in the formula the meaning of each term. First of all, it is square root sign or under root sign. So I am saying that standard deviation is the square root, and after that in the square root it is divided by n, mean. So I can say that it is the square root of the mean of the square of deviations of individual value from the mean value, and this can be written in terms of summation. So standard deviation, you can see on the screenshot, standard deviation is square root of the summation of xi minus x bar square divided by n, and summation is from 1 to n. So this is formula for expressing standard deviation. But please note that this expression is applicable for those experiments where value of n is large. Means we are having, this formula is valid only if we are having large number of measurements or we are having large analytical data. And on the other hand, if number of measurements are small, then expression is modified. Then in this case, what we will write, in spite of n in the denominator, we will write it as n minus 1. So you can see in this screenshot, the standard deviation for a small number of measurements will be given by s will be equal to under root of summation from I is equal to 1 to n of xi minus x bar raised to power 2 divided by n minus 1. This is the case if we are having small number of measurements. Now, in addition to standard deviation, precision can also be expressed in terms of relative standard deviation, and in short it is written as RSD. Standard deviation को हम relative term में भी express कर सकते हैं, and relative here mean, as I told you, that relative average deviation, when I defined relative average deviation, I told you that average deviation expressed with respect to mean. So if I wish to write relative standard deviation, then I mean to say that standard deviation expressed with respect to mean. So that becomes relative standard deviation. So what is relative standard deviation? Relative standard deviation means standard deviation with respect to mean. So I can say it is obtained by dividing standard deviation by mean value. So I can write relative standard deviation would be equal to standard deviation divided by mean, or I can say mean value or average value. You can write what you wish. Okay, either you can write mean, or you can write mean value, or you can write average value. Therefore relative standard deviation is expressed as in terms of x and x bar. So relative standard deviation will be equal to, you can see in the screenshot, relative standard deviation RSD will be equal to summation of under root of summation of xi minus x bar raised to power 2 divided by n minus 1 divided by x bar. So please note here that in this the numerator term summation of xi minus x bar raised to power 2 divided by n minus 1, this is standard deviation, and x bar is mean value or mean. So relative standard deviation, similar to the relative average deviation, it can also be expressed in terms of parts per thousand. What I am saying, it can also be expressed in parts per thousand, means PPT. So if I wish to write relative standard deviation in terms of parts per thousand, then I will write RSD in PPT. So what I have to do, I have to simply multiply relative standard deviation by 1000. So our expression will become relative standard deviation in PPT will be equal to under root of summation xi minus x bar raised to power 2 divided by n minus 1 divided by x bar into 1000. So after relative standard deviation, next term is variance. Now what is variance? I told you the meaning of standard deviation. So square of standard deviation is known as variance. What is variance? Variance is defined as the square of standard deviation. So I can write variance is equal to square of standard deviation. You can see I have written variance is equal to standard deviation raised to power 2, or as I told you, standard deviation is represented by small s. So I can write variance is equal to small s raised to power 2. Now writing it in terms of x I and x bar, I can write, you can see on the screen, variance is equal to under root of summation of xi minus x bar raised to power 2 divided by n minus 1. This was standard deviation. Now if I take its square, then it becomes variance. So note here that in the large bracket I have written whole square, mean square of standard deviation, and it now if I am having in two under root terms, under root into under root means under root cancels out. So I can write standard variance is equal to summation of xi minus x bar raised to power 2 upon n minus 1, because under root 2 into under root 2 mean the term is out of the under root. So this is variance, and last term is coefficient of variance or variation. So coefficient of variation, what is coefficient of variation or variance? Coefficient of variance or variation is obtained by multiplying relative standard deviation by 100. What I am saying? Coefficient of variation is obtained by multiplying relative standard deviation. I told you what is relative standard deviation? When standard deviation expressed with respect to the mean. So, if I multiply standard deviation divided by mean by 100, then I will get coefficient of variation. So, I can say coefficient of variation is relative standard deviation expressed in terms of percentage, because if I multiply anything by 100, it means I am expressing it in terms of percentage. So, I can say coefficient of variation is equal to relative standard deviation multiplied by 100, and relative, I told you that the meaning of relative is with respect to the mean. So, I can write coefficient of variance is equal to standard deviation divided by mean into 100, and writing it in terms of xi minus x bar, you can see on the screenshot, coefficient of variation is equal to under root of summation of xi minus x bar raised to power 2 upon n minus 1. This is standard deviation, and mean is represented by x bar and whole term multiplied by 100. So, this becomes coefficient of variation. So, this was all about for today. Thank you.